Okay, so today our lesson is writing numbers in expanded form. So I've given you a blank template for your notes, so you don't have to handwrite everything. All you have to do is fill in the blanks. Expanded form is our vocabulary word. So our definition is shows the sum, which means to add, shows the sum of values of each individual digit. So we take each individual digit and we find its sum. Step 1 is to identify the place value of each digit. Step 2 is label the individual place value. Step 3 is to write each digit as a sum, and again, sum means to add, of its original. Step 4, to check your work by adding all numbers together. And when you add them all together, it should come back to your original number. And again, we'll do some examples on this. So it's always good to get the notes down first so we can always go back and reference them. All right, at the bottom, the ones place value gets no zeros. The tens place has 1 0. The hundreds place has 2 zeros. Thousands place has 3 zeros. 10,000s place has 4 zeros. The 100,000s place has 5 zeros. Go ahead and underline that. And the millions place has 6 zeros. So that's going to be helpful when we write our numbers in expanded form. Okay, so now we're going to look at our examples. So this example is 43,512. And if you go back to our place value chart that we colored in, you'll notice that this is the ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, 10,000s place. So that's kind of our first step, is to identify the individual place value. The 2 is in the ones, 1 is in the tens, 5 is in the hundreds, 3 is in the thousands, 4 is in the 10,000s. And that's from that place value chart I gave you on writing numbers in word form. So what we want to do is label the individual place value. We know from our notes that in the ones place you don't have any zeros. So the 2 has no zeros. And actually I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So the 2 is going to go here. The tens place has 1 0. So this 1 is really worth 10. 1 times 10 is 10. So that's really worth 10. The hundreds place has 2 zeros in it. So I have 5 100s. 5 times 100 is 500. And if you can tell, the hundreds place has 2 zeros. So I added 2 zeros. 3 is in the thousands place. So 3 1000s is worth 3,000. The 4 is in the 10,000s place. So 4 times 10,000 is 40,000, or 4 zeros if you look back at your notes. So this is really expanded form. The only thing I have to do now is take those numbers and write them as an addition problem, because that's what my definition says. My definition of expanded form says it shows the sum, so it shows an added value. So all we're going to do is do 40,000 plus 3,000 plus 500 plus 10 plus 2. That is expanded form of 43,512. And then remember I said you need to check your work. All you do is take these numbers and you add them up. This column equals 2. This column equals 1. This column equals 5. this column equals 3, this column equals 4. So if you notice, when I added, those matched up. And that's expanded form. So let's do another one. I'm going to do this 1,234,423 down here because I ran out of room a little bit. So again, the first thing is to identify place value. This is the ones, tens, hundreds, and again, look at your place value chart that we colored. It's in there for you. Thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and that's the millions. So let's go ahead and just start lining these up like we did here. 3 has a value of 1 because it's in the 1 spot. So 3 times 1 is 3. 2 is in the tens place. 2 times 10 is 20. 4 is in the hundreds place. 4 times 100 is 400. 4 is in the thousands place. So 4 times 1,000 is 4,000. 3 is in the 10,000s place. 3 times 10,000 is 30,000. And all you can tell is that I'm just adding a 0 every time. No 0, 1 0, 2 0, 3 0, 4 0. So that must mean my next digit is going to have 5 zeros in it. And that's exactly what the 100,000s has. 2 times 100,000 is 200,000. And 1 times a million is 1 million. That's 6 zeros. So that's expanded form. I'm sorry that it's jumbled together. I didn't really space it out that good. So to write our final answer in expanded form, we just take each of these numbers and add them together. So it'll be 1 million. We have 6 zeros. Plus 20,000. Or 200,000, sorry. Plus 30,000. Plus 4,000. Plus 400. Plus 20. Plus 3. And then again, if you add all this up, you should still get the same answer. Okay, let's move this one down here. We'll do 1,239. Go ahead and do that one on your own. Pause the video, answer it, and then come back and I'll reveal the answer. Okay, so here's what your paper should look like. The first thing you needed to do was identify the place value, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Go ahead and write it out. And this is your actual answer. None of this is your answer, that's your work and your check. But this is your answer. Expanded form has to be an addition problem. So if you simply write this, you're going to get it wrong because it's no addition. This is your answer. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a quiz now.